Hello, it's Daryl. How you guys doing today? Well, we're working on the '08 Mercury Mariner hybrid again today. And I let one of the kids drive it the other day. As they're driving away, I noticed the high mount brake light was only working on 2 bulbs. I believe there's 5 in here. It looks like there's 5 holes for bulbs. And I'm going to show you how to change this. It's pretty easy. We have 2 Phillips screws that hold this whole assembly in place. And this is a common Ford headlight assembly. They use it on all the different Fords. If it's not exactly the same size, it's the same layout. Here's the Expedition and Navigator one. So you can see it's probably actually the same part number from the looks of it. That's nice when they use the different parts like that to make it more readily accessible to have spare parts. But for this, we're not going to need spare parts. Hopefully we'll just need to replace a few light bulbs. And you might wonder how I'm standing here talking to you and the brake light is on. Let me show you how I rigged it up. I took a push broom and lodged it in behind the headrest, and the other end is depressing the brake cable. That way I got a clear look to make sure which light bulbs were not working. So now we'll save on our battery, turn it back off, and we will proceed to show you how to fix those lights. And oh, let me just tell you one more thing. I went to AutoZone and Walmart too, and the AutoZone wanted $5 for 2 light bulbs, $2.50 a piece. No, sorry. AutoZone was $6 for 2, $3 a piece almost. And Walmart was like $4.88 for 2, which is $2.44 a piece. I got these on Amazon, a 10-pack for, ready for this? $4.99 for 10 of them, delivered directly to my house the following day. I mean, how can you beat that? Well, you can beat that by a video of someone showing you how to change them yourself and get it done quick. Let's get started. When working with Phillips screwdrivers, always choose one that has a good quality tip that'll fit the screw precisely and prevent rounding out of the hole. So we're just going to step up here and remove these 2 Phillips screws on either side. Alright, they're out. We can see they're out. Now we're going to carefully grab it and tip it up like that and pull it out a little. This side here is going to stay attached because your rear windshield washer comes out of this nozzle. So we're just going to carefully work it around and out like so until it comes loose. And then we're going to squeeze that connector, gray connector on the back side right there, and pull that connector out so that we can swing it around more fully. Now we've got it totally loose, we can remove the black top rail, which will allow us access to the light bulbs. Well, there's an interesting development. All of the bulbs have fallen out of the bulb holder, which is the black strip, which I've set aside. The black strip contains your contact points that the bulbs press into, those little copper grooves, and there's 5 of them, and right now only 1's in place. We knew 2 worked. We had 2 working. This one here had fallen out, so we need to extract these bulbs, put them all back in the holder, and plug it in. We used a small flat blade screwdriver to gently pry up on the end tang here and pull that out, and then we worked the side clips out in the same manner, and this whole silver rail came out, allowing us to shake out the bulbs that were stuck inside. Now we put the bulbs back in the tray holder. We're going to hook the wire back up to them. We set up the brake holder rod and we found out, look at this, all of them work except for one, so we're going to pull that one out and replace it. We carefully snap the black bulb rail back into place so the tangs are where they're supposed to be beyond the strip. We make sure the plug is reattached tightly, and that the plug is on the opposite side of the washer jet, because this only goes on one way. And then we carefully tilt this back into place, making sure not to pinch the washer line or the wiring. Hand start the screws. Hand start the screws like so. And then final tighten them with our trusty Phillips screwdriver. And you don't want to over tighten these because you're just screwing into plastic with this rubber seal around it. So, you know, just a nice little tweak. You tighten too tight, you can actually crack the lens on the outside, and you really don't want to do that. Just, you know, people have a tendency to over tighten things, and you know, there you go, you're good to go. Look at that. All 5 lights are working again. And this is on a 2008 Mercury Mariner. It's the same process for any of these kind of rear-mounted, high-mounted brake lights on the SUVs, the F-150s, Expeditions, Mariners. I think also on the Edge and the MKX, MKC.